I've been speaking with Tokunbo Afikuyami Jr., who is the editor-in-chief at Stairs Business. We've been looking at the RCEP and the AFCFTA. In case you're wondering what that is, Google it. All right, it's our next interview, and I'm not taking a break. Dr. Onochie Nnamdi is joining me right now. He's the chairman, CEO of Nadam Holding Co Ltd. He was the Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties in Delta State in 2009. Dr. Nnamdi, are you there? Can I see you?
Yes, Nancy, I'm here. Good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you too. I can hear you, but I can't see you. Director, what is happening? Can you press that button? Doctor, okay. Doctor.
Nancy, I'm seeing you. You must see me.
Okay. Okay, I can hear you, doctor, and let's get started if we may.
Yes.
Okay, good to speak to you and good to see you finally, because I've heard you've been looking for me. Now you can see me. All right, welcome to the program.
Yes, indeed. I wasn't looking for you. I needed to hear from you.
Okay, because I'm not lost and found. Everybody can actually get to me, isn't it? Welcome to the program. Let's get started. What do you think of, let me put it this way. With a myriad of challenges, that we have in Nigeria, which one do you think is our greatest risk? Hello, doctor, are you there? Okay, it seems the network has frozen. Let's try as much as possible to reconnect with Dr. Onochie Nnamdi again, where we'll be looking at Nigeria's economy at Crossroads. Let's quickly take this break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Dr. Nnamdi, Dr. Onochie Nnamdi is still with me. Dr. Nnamdi, I was asking before that network got frozen, that what do you think is the greatest risk, economic risk, facing us as a country?
Yes, indeed, it's not too difficult to identify. Our first problem is electricity. We have to correct it. We are losing time. But all is not lost. Electricity.
What do you think is the issue of insecurity that is casting a shadow on our development, at least in the last few years? The president is expected to appear at the National Assembly to brief the lawmakers on the issue of insecurity in the country. How do you think that insecurity is really impacting our progress as an economy?
Yes, again, the economy is pegged towards the proper functionality of the political system. The political system on its own is surrounded by insecurity in Nigeria. So it does affect a lot of the things that we do. Those who go to the farms can't go. Those who need to travel to move goods can't move them. And generally, there is a sense of insecurity, especially between cities and within the states. And this is where our economy has its strongest tie. So indeed, what the government must do is to ensure that the military the security agencies are up to date with what they are doing. There has always been this idea that if we can bring down the security infrastructure further down, it will be possible for us to say, yes, at the federal level, we can handle it. At the zonal levels, we can handle it. At the state and the local government level, we can indeed do much more than we are doing now. Surely, Nigeria will be better for it. We'll grow more food, we'll trade more, and people will feel more secure.
Do you think that the government, in your own view, has been able to handle this, especially this administration that came into power on the premise that it would solve the insecurity problem, it will handle corruption, and it will fix the economy? This is an administration now that have suffered 2 recessions in close to 5 years. At least since my lifetime, I haven't seen this. That's one. The insecurity has also been worsening, though I know that we've not had spate of bombings. Monies for security has also gone up in terms of budgeting. This was also an administration that was against the former administration in terms of handling security. Jonathan resigned. Now they are there. Insecurity is worsening. In Borno State, 43 farmers or so were beheaded. And it seems as if nothing is happening. We're all going through our normal lives. And are we sane?
Yeah, I should say this to you. It's been 10 years we have had this problem with Boko Haram. It's gone from bombs, explosives, now it's very low intensity warfare. It's the most difficult part of trying to handle your security. But the government has not been up and doing. We need to do much more. We are spending more, we are achieving less. It is more difficult to travel today in Nigeria, say from the northeast to the north central, or even when you travel in the south, it's very difficult. People are not sure what is going to happen at any moment in time. So certainly the government needs to do more. We've got to do more. There's been a lot of talk about changing or altering the security infrastructure. Yes, we have to do that. There's always been talk about changing those who are at the height of the security apparatuses. Yes, we also need to do that. It's easy, traditional African. A new broom will sweep better than the old one. We need to try that. We got to do more. We do not have time on our side. And the government needs to listen to a lot of what is being said at the national level. We have to do more. It's low intensity war. It's much more dangerous. You can't even claim that you can win the war. We've had it said several times. Shakrau dead. We have won the war. But we're still here in several places. We've gone from Boko Haram to bandits, kidnapping. It's really almost unbearable, but we can still win the war. If we are not able to do that, then we got to change our strategy. Yes, they've been negotiating. Now we need to do more because there are places, for example, in Colombia, they fought for several years. They couldn't win. They renegotiated it out. In Sudan, it was more than 25 years of low-intensity war, the same we've been having. They negotiated it out. Can we do it in Nigeria so that we can all move at the same pace? Surely we must do
Doctor,
that.
are you saying that we should negotiate? Doctor, are you saying we should negotiate with terrorists and those that have brought undue mayhem, sadness, grief, death to Nigerians? Is that what you're saying?
I have tied it up with a question. Can we win the war? For how long are we going to keep fighting? And the effect is on the economy. It's on the populace. So we have diplomats. It's not only that we have diplomats, we have military people. Generals go and fight the war. And it's generals who sign the instruments of surrender, negotiated, or a complete war that was won. So indeed, we need to look deeper. Are we winning the war? That's a question. Can we answer this? The answer is no. We are not winning the war. We keep saying we have won, yet we have not won. So what's the next step? Are we going to stay on like this? In 2010, bombs exploded in Abuja. The United Nations Center was bombed. People couldn't go to restaurants. This is 2020. 43 heads have been beheaded in rice fields. Who will go there to go and farm? I am here in Asaba, in Delta State. Indeed, it is very difficult to go through to go through Patani, to go through North and South really without thinking, oh, am I safe? Will I be able to escape from banditry or from herdsmen? So indeed, the problems are there. What do we do in order to stop it? So it's not a question of, are we going to negotiate with terrorists? At some point, we have to do something other than what we're doing now.
If we take a look at the Nigerian economy, most of the numbers, if not all the numbers, aren't looking pretty. Talking about GDP, of course, Nigeria's economy,
all the numbers.
Yes, we are in a recession. The inflation is skyrocketing, 14.23%. Unemployment is high. Cost of living. I can imagine how many people or how many phone calls you will be getting, especially now that it's about 3 weeks or so to Christmas. Please, brother, give me this. Oh, doctor, can you give me this? And all of that. And a lot of us doing that right now. Yes. So how do you think we can be able to navigate out of this, quagmire which we find ourselves? In science, I was taught something with hydra headed. That means it has many heads. If you cut this off, there's another one.
Indeed.
Yes,
indeed.
coming against it.
It's possible. It is possible to do it. The government has to intensify what it is doing with respect to palliatives, not the kind we are thinking of with respect to coronavirus. No, palliatives that will enable us to bring down the cost of living. Ironically, what the government fights is inflation, and they are not able to control inflation. Can we change gear and go to what are we? It's almost a historic Nigeria. Prices keep going up. Imagine when this government took over, the price of a bag of rice was at about 8,000. Now you can't buy rice even at 35,000. Yet our people need to feed. That's number one. More importantly, what are we going to do in order to bring down the cost of living? So apart from electricity, the next problem we have, and when Nigerians talk about they are suffering, what they mean is that prices are going haywire. They can't buy things that they normally buy very easily. We used to buy one ball of akara. We will buy it for less than 10 kobo. Now you can't get one ball of akara at 50 naira. So if we are looking at the average increase in the cost of living, we will be making a mistake thinking we can solve the problem. It is not that simple. The government needs to come back, sit back, use the Ministry of Finance, the Central Bank, the Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Labor, and then do a roundtable on the basis of which we can begin to reduce the cost of living.
Okay.
We have to do it. It's imperative. Also, we need to do something to the cost of transportation. It's ironic. About 2 weeks ago, the Minister of Finance said, look, the problem we have with the cost of living is about transportation. 2 nights after, the Minister of State for Petroleum said they were hiking up.
Okay, doctor, it seems that I'll need to